Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for January 11th, 2026. It's Sunday. We've got campaign features, including Courtier has Treasurified, which seems pretty good and includes so much stuff, which I don't know what that is. Gain a non-supply copy of the first card you play each turn. Oh, yeah, I remember this. That sounds all well and good until you realize that it means that you start gaining coppers as soon as you start the game. Okay, but yeah, Treasurified, if nothing else, means Courtier can reveal another Courtier and get a dual type, and you're basically never going to need to take plus action. So between those two things, like, it's going to be pretty good at letting you get multiple of the more impactful options. Though I don't know what extent we're going to care. Let's take a look at what we've got on the board. A lot of stuff. Might say so much stuff. So, trashing, we've got Mask, Bat from Vampire, Jack can trash estates, Sewers, which allows Jack to trash other cards, and among other things. I mean, obviously it would also enable other things to do more trashing. Stonemason, generally not a great thinner, but again, with Sewers, it would get better. Draw, Patrol is draw. Jack can be drawn under the right circumstances. With Shantytown, that's conceivable. Masquerade is draw. There's some draw in the rewards with Courser and Housecarl. Coronet can also be used to gain some additional draw if you've thrown a draw card. I guess Shantytown can occasionally be draw. Plus actions looks like one of the more limited resources on this board. Shantytown is the most straightforward village, but it also is generally draw negative. You've also got Courser, Domain, and Coronet in the rewards. And then Contract can set something aside, which then allows it to be played non-terminally the next turn, or without using up an action, I guess. And I think that's it. And then gains-wise, well, we've got Bridge, also Renown. So there's a lot of cost reduction. Domain also gives buys. And Courtier can give buys. Vampire can gain cards. I guess in theory you could Windfall. It's hard to imagine wanting to do that. Stonemason Overpay will let you just gain more stuff. I think that's it. All right, so yeah, there's a lot to consider here. I think, given this 2/5, we're almost certainly going to want to Desert Guides the 2 copper hand, because we're not going to want to do anything with it. We certainly don't want to gain a copper, and yeah. Other than that, could open Vampire. It is a Joust board, and I would be a little worried that Vampire is going to be slow. How is this thing worded? First card you play each turn. Yeah, so the other issue with opening Vampire is that makes it so that you continue to be taking copper as the first card that you play each turn for longer. Because even when you see your Vampire, you're going to play your treasures first. That's not great. Another option would be like Stonemason for Masquerade, and then you get a couple Masquerades. and figure that that's going to be the card for a little while, and maybe buy sewers and get thin pretty aggressively. Another option would just be to go for joust. Try to. The rewards look pretty important in terms of like getting the plus actions. Renown versus bridge is not actually that significant of a difference, I would say. Like bridge, renown gives you an extra discount. Bridge gives you a coin, and while given enough bridges in play, that coin doesn't necessarily matter too much. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, renown is better, but I don't know that it's so much better that that's like the priority. I think the priority is going to be the plus actions. But anyway. Yeah, I'm not actually entirely sure that we wouldn't be better off with the 4-3. You could open like mask sewers. Could be pretty good. Like there's definitely an argument that we should still open Masquerade. Get the trashing going sooner. Vampire is definitely a nice card to have. Mask nothing, or well, I guess it'll be Mask Copper. Actually, won't do a bad job of hitting 5 though. Like it'll potentially hit 5 at least once. So, well, all right. I'm gonna click on this. Why can I not play my treasures? Stonemason for Mask. The problem is that we don't really want the Stonemason in our deck. Having a second Mask, I think that's good. On the other hand, having a 12-card deck with Mask, so long as we don't bottom deck the Mask, that works pretty nicely. We're also going to end up gaining another Mask just off of the Mask play, so that's something to consider as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go single Mask. Okay, and I think I am going to take sewers here. Now, do we actually want to trash with sewers right now? If I had another estate, it would be like a no-brainer. But now I kind of do want that vampire. We're going to get another Masquerade here. Oh my god. I guess we could trash a mask. And buy a shantytown. Really wish we hadn't seen, or it's not that mask, this mask right off the top of the shuffle, but it'd be nice to be playing that in the next 7 cards. Our next turn is going to be pretty crap. But yeah, I just can't really see wanting this many Masquerades in the deck. And yeah, let's take a joust. Ah. Oh, huh. Alright. Well, I still can't autoplay my treasures. Oh, it's probably because of so much stuff. That's... yeah, okay. Alright, I think this is just another joust. Oh, it's a non-supply copy. I was wondering, why is this pile not lowering more aggressively? I forgot about the non-supply copy part. Do we want to sewers another copper? I mean, I wouldn't mind taking... I wouldn't mind taking one more vampire. Although we do have a bat in this shuffle, so maybe not. I wouldn't mind taking one more Shantytown. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we're definitely going to lead with the Joust. And I think we're just going to get thin this turn. This is looking promising. Do we even... another mask. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to trash this Masquerade, and I'm not going to trash a copper. There we go. Get that province. And... should this just be another Joust? We are going to want, like, Bridge at some point, but we really want to line up Joust Province. I think it's just another Joust. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I was doing that because I wanted to gain the Joust, but... I mean, I think it's correct, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Start with the mask. Okay, now I'm down to continue. And now this copper, I think. Or, well, we do have more masks in the deck. I have no idea how many Masquerades the bot has at this point, either. Actually, I'm gonna... no. I'm gonna not... wait, how do I... what? Okay. Oh, heck. Okay, thank God. Alright, I think this is just coarser. We do need something for this bat to trash. Anyway. And we can trash plenty with the bat once we get there, so... Joust. Alright, I think I'm just gonna... definitely gonna take another province. So we can joust multiple times. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this board is weird. Like, are we not just not bothering to do bridge stuff because the... Joust stuff is too valuable. But I think I'm just gonna keep 3 coppers because like the number of masquerades. I wish I could track. Like I have 2 masks. There's 2 masks gone from the supply. There's 2 masks in the trash, but like who knows how many masks the pot has. Anyway, so that's the other consideration, is like just having something to pass. Yeah, like here. I'm probably gonna pass a mask back. Nope, okay. Ooh, can I gain a courser? Oh my god, I hadn't even thought about that. That's... okay, mind blown. Well, in that case, we're probably taking Renown. I mean, we're never going to play Renown first, but... kind of forgot I had another province in the deck. Maybe I should have... started with the House Carl. The bot does now have a province. We have a mask down there. We don't have a copper. The other card's probably just another Joust or something. Okay, we'll take the House Carl. Oh no, we do have another copper. Oh, it's because we had one pass. That's right. Okay, well... I guess we'll do this and see what we get. Okay, so 10 would be enough for us to just double province if we want to do that. I mean... oh, we can take coins off of Courser and still do that. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's just not time for bridge. I don't know. It's weird. But it's hard for me to see how I don't just take double province. Unless there's something... I mean, there's 3 rewards left. The bot can take 1 of them, and I can take 2 with the provinces that I have. So I don't need province for that reason. So I guess the argument is, well... you know... add some more draw, add some bridges, and then try to end the game next turn. I mean, if we just take 2 provinces, and the bot takes 1, we can end the game anyway. But, you know, there is something obviously to be said for having more control. Oh wait, we can take... oh no, we can't. Never mind. Why was I looking at the provinces costing 5? Province costs 6. So we're not double provincing unless we untrash the copper. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We trash down to 2 coppers. That's what I'm wondering. Or even lower. Like, yeah, we'll be vulnerable to the masks, but... And then how to play this. Like, there's an argument that it's better not to do anything with stonemason, to just go like bridge patrol or something, just to reduce the chances that we have a hand that has no villages in it. I mean, we have the 2 coursers, we have the 2 shanty towns. We could have had this courser could have been played for actions. We could have had like a couple of actions to spare as it is. So we do have like some terminal space to play with, and we could get more off of either Coronet and Domain. We know we can get one of those so long as we line up Joust Province. We don't necessarily need more draw. We have a lot, like, enough draw as it is. It's just a question of whether we line stuff up. I'm wondering about, like, what if we just did, like, Joust Province Bridge? And then the province makes it more likely that we line the... Well, we have plenty of Joust. We shouldn't need the province. Joust Patrol Bridge? If we have the bridge, then provinces will cost 5. The vampire could... Except we won't have a vampire. That's kind of annoying. There's like an argument for not playing the vampire. Like, we just go patrol bridge. We don't really need the patrol. Remember that part. I mean, we could end up needing it. I don't know. I mean, I should be in a pretty one position regardless. It's just really hard to decide how to close it out. I think I'm gonna risk... two bridges. Like, Joust. Joust and 2 bridges. Well, that's annoying. That is a terminal mask. I am tempted to take province. Or to pass province here. Can we expect to get 4 provinces this turn? Well, we could just pass a Joust. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's do that. No reason to trash that right now. Okay, thankfully, you can get Domain. You can give us the actions to play Housecarl. And The coronet. We want a coronet bridge. And I guess the gold. Can't coronet courser anyway. That doesn't matter. We did draw the gold. What is the other card that was down there? Why would we have... Oh, the other courser. Oh, that doesn't matter. Well, that being on top is fantastic, in fact. If we end up having another turn, which we probably won't. I imagine this is winning. 3 provinces are left. Why? Wait, did the bot? No, provinces cost 3. I cannot... Sometimes I just can't distinguish these numbers. There's 5 provinces left, and they cost 3. Because we crowned a bridge. That's why. Alright, I was not expecting it to get down to 3, but I forgot that we were coroneted a bridge. Okay, yeah. Bop, 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 bop. And I guess we can take another, or a couple of duchies. We didn't even need those coppers. We could have trashed them. Okay, so in the end we did play with bridge. Yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird one. The bot, I feel like, had a few too many shanty towns. But more importantly, it never got any rewards. I think that... Let's see. The bot took a masquerade, and then Desert Guides turn 2. It didn't have the 2/5 like I did, but I think Desert Guides does make some sense there. But I think I liked getting the sewers. I think that was a real difference maker. In terms of, like, the bot did eventually get thin, but I think it took it longer. Let's see. Turn 3, it sees the masquerade, trashes an estate, gets a joust. Turn 4, it did see the joust, so it didn't have to gain a copper. That's a pretty big deal. Oh, this is actually a fantastic turn. Wow. Yeah, that's an incredible turn. In turn 5, it gains another copper. And gets another shantytown. Yeah, that's... It didn't have to gain another shantytown before that, but... It's still a little awkward. And now at this point it has 3 shantytowns. And here it was 1 coin short of hitting province. That would have been a pretty big swing things, because I did not get province for a little bit yet. Not until turn 8. And then here, yeah, another turn where the bot just had a handful of copper. Which I do generally attribute to the sewers, or the lack of sewers for the bot. Despite that really good turn 4 or 5 or whatever it was, where it got to play 2 masks. I had to gain that copper turn 1, of course. And then... Wait, when did I... bought the masquerade? Oh, I bought sewers turn 2. After... Oh no, the Desert Guys is turn 1. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, so um, yeah, but gained a copper turn 2 and bought sewers, and then I don't think. Oh no, I did. Okay, turn 5. I think that was the last time I didn't have an action to start my turn with. Yeah. But the bot didn't actually... It wasn't that much worse. I mean, the sewers also just means you're doing more trashing, but... So, like, it gains the copper turn 1 and turn 2, where I also had the turn 1 and turn 2, right, of course. And then I had one turn 5, and it had one turn 5. And then it got an additional one turn 7 that I didn't. And I know it got one other one, like, pretty far down here. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, huh. I thought it had some dud turn. I guess the dud turn was just, like, playing Terminal Masquerade or something. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't actually... This doesn't look too bad for the bot. It's just didn't quite work out. I don't really have like a great explanation for that. 7 jousts is plenty of jousts. I mean, I know I passed one at the end there, but huh. I mean, I do also think that getting the one turn of Courser into, where was that? Got the first province, turn 8, turn 9. We get the Courser into turn 10, gaining a Courser. That was fantastic. And then the game ended on turn 11, which is crazy. But like getting that second Courser really opened up some additional options, even though it took me a long time to commit to what I was going to do with those options. But yeah, I think that was pretty huge. But it seems like mostly I won the race to province, but I'm just not really sure why I won the race to province. Looking at the progression of the bot's turns, like if anything, I sort of veered further off course with like the sewers vampire stuff. Like it did get thinner, but it may have potentially slowed me down in terms of getting to province. There was a risk there. Of course, there was also like the possibility that the bot would have like got an earlier province, but then not being able to line it up with a joust or something. But it did have a lot of jousts. So I mean, I guess it's not just a question of lining it up though, but lining it up on which turn and that sort of thing. But yeah. Anyway, so overall, I mean, I'm not sure about my exact approach here and like what was it worth it to get the vampire. Like I do feel good about the sewers, but the vampire, I did have that one turn where I like really turbo thinned down, and maybe that was as impactful as I wanted it to be. The gains off of the vampire, I mean, they were certainly useful. It was hard to get additional gains for a while, until we got to renown. Essentially, stonemason was there, but just didn't look too great, and it wasn't like I was hitting 7 for stonemason for joust anyway. So yeah. I mean, also the bot had a lot of shanty towns. I think that should be like that. Yeah, I should make note of that as well. But yeah, I could see it being the case that a deck that is played, more similarly to what the bot did, no vampire, maybe no sewers, gets to province faster, gets the key rewards a bit faster. I could see that being a possibility. So I'm not super confident in my approach here, but I am like the part that I'm confident in is like, that what you're ultimately trying to do is get the rewards and potentially duplicate them and get the cost reduction and all that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.